Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into how one profession is taking on our planet's biggest challenge in a way you probably never expected. We are talking about the powerful and growing green mission of social work.
So let's just get right to it. The big question of this entire explainer. What does helping people really have to do with saving the planet? I mean, on the surface, they can feel like totally separate worlds. But, as we're about to see, they are deeply, fundamentally connected. And that brings us right to our first section, where we're going to unpack this, well, unexpected connection. You'll see how these two fields are actually becoming part of the very same fight. So here's the key idea you've got to get. Social work has always been about the environment. Seriously, that part isn't new. But what is new and what's changing everything is how we define environment. It's expanding from just a person's immediate surroundings to our entire planet. So, how did this massive shift happen? Well, that's what our next section is all about, the expanding environment. We're going to see how a core principle of social work is getting a major 21st century update, stretching its focus from the neighborhood all the way out to the biosphere.
Now, to really get this, you have to know about something called the person in environment perspective. This is like the bedrock idea of social work. It basically says you can't truly understand a person, their struggles, their strengths, without looking at the world around them. Their family, their community, their social systems. It all matters.
And here is that shift in action. Historically, a social worker would focus on the immediate social stuff. But the new perspective says, hey, wait a minute, you can't separate that from the physical world. Think about it. What good is a strong family if your community's water is poisoned, or the air is making everyone sick? The lens has zoomed way, way out. Okay, so if the challenge is now literally planet-sized, you might be asking, is social work actually equipped to handle that? The answer is a resounding yes. Let's look at the framework for action and see how the profession is kind of perfectly built for this challenge. It's because the tools they already use are perfectly suited for environmental action. Social workers are trained to use a systems perspective. They see how everything is connected. They use an advocacy framework to fight for the vulnerable. They're all about taking action, and they have this really strong ethical mandate for social justice. These are the exact skills we need right now.
And this isn't just some fringe idea. Professional organizations are making it official. Take this quote from the Australian Association of Social Workers. They talk about a mutually interdependent relationship between our social systems and the natural world. In other words, you can't fix one without fixing the other. They go hand in hand.
Okay, so theory is great and all, but what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's dive into our final section, Principles into Practice, and see how these big ideas are moving from the classroom right onto the global stage. What we're seeing is this incredible ripple effect. It starts with education. Universities are actually integrating environmental justice into their core classes. This, in turn, is creating a new generation of specialists in this growing field of environmental social work. And the result? We have more professionals on the ground who are equipped to shape real-world responses to the climate crisis.
Now, this is so important. This isn't just about planting trees or recycling. It's about justice. Our sources are crystal clear that marginalized populations, the very people social workers have always served, are the ones who get hit first and worst by environmental harm. So this work is really about achieving ecological justice.
And you can see this impact on a global scale. Social workers are becoming key players in achieving the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. I mean, their skills in community empowerment and social justice are absolutely essential for everything from sustainable resource management to fair employment. Because they understand the system as a whole, they can help tackle multiple goals all at once. So when you put it all together, you get to this powerful, unavoidable conclusion. For social work, and honestly, maybe for all of us, the fight for social justice and the fight for the planet, they aren't two separate things. They are the exact same fight. Which leaves us with a final thought. As our world's crises get more and more tangled up, how vital is this holistic, people and planet approach going to be for our future? Maybe it's not just a mission for social work, but a mission for everyone. Thanks for joining me.